Good morning, Year 1. Today we are going to be finally starting to write our instructions, but first I need your help to edit my sentence. Here I have my sentence, which is my hook for how to make a delicious sandwich. Let's read it all together. Have you ever wondered how to make a delicious sandwich? These instructions will teach you. I have 3 mistakes in my sentences. Can you pause the video and spot my 3 mistakes using your writing checklist? Okay, fantastic. You should have spotted our 3 mistakes. What is the first mistake that you have spotted? Fantastic. You have used your writing checklist, and we need to have capital letters at the start of our sentence. I can see here I do not have a capital letter at the start of my sentence, so I'm going to change that to a capital H. What else have I forgotten in my sentence? Well done. I have forgotten my punctuation at the end of my first sentence. Now, as this is a question, what do I need at the end of that sentence? Fantastic. I need a question mark at the end of my sentence. Have you ever wondered how to make a delicious sandwich? I need a question mark. Fantastic. Who can spot our last mistake? Well done. We have spelt you wrong. Who can tell me how do I spell you? Can you tell me the letters I need for you? Well done. A Y, O and a U are tricky red words U. Well done if you spotted those 3 mistakes. Today we are focusing on writing our hook. To be able to write our hook, we need to know what a hook is. You need to know where to use a hook in a set of instructions, and you can use a hook in your instructions today. Now this week is our innovation week, which means we get to change parts of our instructions. Now a really exciting part is, rather than making a delicious sandwich, we are going to make a disgusting sandwich. And this is based on a book, which we are going to have a listen to now.
The Disgusting Sandwich by Gareth Edwards. In a clump of trees on the edge of a park, there lived a badger. He was a very hungry badger, and his tummy wouldn't stop rumbling. One day, a boy came to the park, and he had a sandwich with him. It was a fresh white bread and peanut butter sandwich. It was a beautiful sandwich. The boy took his sandwich to the playground. He was about to take a bite when a girl bumped into him and it fell into the sandpit. Now the fresh white bread was covered in gritty sand. "Well," said the girl, "you can't eat it now. It's disgusting." A squirrel found the sandwich. She didn't mind the sand. She carried the sandwich into a tree to share with her children. But they weren't good at sharing, and the sandwich dropped out of the tree and into a pond. "Well," said the mother squirrel, "we can't eat it now. It's disgusting." A frog saw the sandwich. It was floating in some sloppy green goop. The frog didn't mind the sand and the smelly green goop. He pulled the sandwich out to eat it on the path. But a boy on a scooter raced by and he had to jump out of the way. Now the sandwich had a big black squish mark right across the middle. "Well," said the frog, "I can't eat it now. It's disgusting." Next, a crow saw the sandwich. She didn't mind the sand and the smelly green goop and the big black squish marks. She peeled the sandwich off the path and flew proudly up to her nest to give it to her mum. But a scary flying thing frightened her and she dropped the sandwich into an ant's nest and hundreds of ants crawled all over it. Well, said the crow's mum, I can't eat it now. It's disgusting. Soon a fox found the sandwich, and he didn't mind the sand and the smelly green goop and the big black squish marks or the 100 ants. He took it to be a present for a lady fox that he liked. But when he opened his mouth to tell her how nice she looked, the sandwich fell into a pile of feathers that had somehow got there. Now the sandwich was covered with grimy old feathers. Well, said the fox's friend, I can't eat it now. It's disgusting. And she kicked the sandwich into a flower bed and went off to go through some bins. In amongst the flowers were some slugs. They didn't mind the sand, or the smelly green goop, or the big black squish marks, or the hundreds of ants, or the grimy old feathers. They slithered all over the sandwich and crisscrossed it with trails of slippery slime and oozy grey bubbles. The moon came out. Finally, along came the badger. He was hungrier than ever now. He gazed at the sandwich all covered in sand and smelly green goop and big black squish marks and hundreds of ants and grimy old feathers and slippery slime and oozy grey bubbles glistening in the moonlight. His tummy rumbled. So he ate it all up, the slugs, that is. But he didn't eat the sandwich. It was too disgusting. We hope you...
So this week we're going to be writing about a disgusting sandwich. So have a little think. What's all the disgusting ingredients you're going to add to your sandwich? Today we're going to write our hook for our disgusting sandwich. The hook draws the reader in and makes them want to read the instructions. Just like this picture here, it's like a worm on a fishing hook attracting a fish. That fish really wants to eat that worm on the fishing hook. They often use questions to grab the reader's attention. In our hook, it's, have you ever wondered how to make a delicious sandwich? Question mark. We need to think of what hook we could have in our instructions today to hook the reader in so they really want to make that disgusting sandwich. I want you to pause the video and have a think. Which of these are hooks and which of these are not? We have, do you know how to make a triple chocolate cake? How to make a bike? Have you ever wondered how to trap a dragon? How to play snakes and ladders? Which of those are hooks and draw the reader in? Big hint, they will use question marks, and which aren't hooks? Pause the video and have a think. Okay, let's go through our answers. Do you know how to make a triple chocolate cake? Is that a hook? Fantastic, it is. It draws you in and makes you really want to make a triple chocolate cake. And it uses a question mark, so it's asking you a question. How to make a bike? Is that a hook? Well done. It isn't a hook. How to make a bike. That's just a statement. It's not asking you, do you want to know how to make a bike? It's just saying how to make a bike. What about, have you ever wondered how to trap a dragon? Is that a hook? Well done. That is a hook. It uses our question mark and it has, have you ever wondered? It makes you think, have you ever thought about trapping a dragon? I know I have. And the last one, how to play snakes and ladders. Is that a hook? Well done. That isn't a hook. It doesn't grab your attention. It's just saying how to play snakes and ladders. That's boring. We want to grab the reader's attention with a question. Now it's time for us to think of a hook we can use today. Let's think of some questions we could use for our hook. I have some ideas here. Have you ever? Do you know? Do you want to know? Are you curious to find out? Have you ever wondered? Those are the start of my hook. Pause the video and I want you to write at least 3 different hooks you can include in your instructions today and write them on a piece of paper. I'm going to write mine down, you write yours. Okay, you should have written at least 3 hooks on a piece of paper. I have chosen the hook. Do you want to know how to make a disgusting sandwich? Are you curious to find out how to make a disgusting sandwich? Do you know how to make a disgusting sandwich? Those are my 3 hooks I have written on my piece of paper. Can you tell me yours? They sound great. Fantastic. Now we need to think of some adjectives to describe the sandwich. You might want to say it's a disgusting sandwich. What other adjectives could we use to describe that sandwich? Pause the video and I want you to write at least 3 different adjectives you could write for your sandwich. Excellent. Can you tell me your 3 adjectives? Wow, they sound great. Here are some of mine. I have the words disgusting, vile, yucky, gross, revolting, awful. If you want to now, you can add some of my adjectives to your sheet. If you're struggling how to spell any of these adjectives, ask an adult or you can look in a dictionary. So now that we have gotten our hook and our adjective, we now need to think about how we can write our sentence. Miss Bainey is going to show you how she is going to write hers. I am going to have my story map to help me here. Now today we are changing 2 things. We are changing our hook. So rather than have you ever wondered, I'm going to pick something else. I'm going to cross that out. And it's not going to be a delicious sandwich. It's going to be something else. So I'm going to have a go now at writing my sentences. So year 1, on my piece of paper here, I have the date today, which is Monday the 11th of January 2021. And I have my title, How to Make a Disgusting Sandwich, and I have underlined that with a ruler. Then you need to start, so you would want to misalign and you will start writing your hook. Here I have all my ideas I wrote down earlier. I have my hooks that I have thought about and I have my adjectives for my sandwich. So I can use this to help me do my writing. I first need to start with my hook. I need to think about which hook would I like to pick. I am going to pick, do you want to know? So making sure I start with a capital letter and I am going to be writing on the line. So do, I have my finger spaces, do you want to know? Do you want to know how to start a new line here? Make with a, make a cake. Make a. Do you want to know how to make a? And this is where I can put my adjectives. I'm going to look at the adjectives I've chosen earlier. I have revolting, disgusting, horrible, vile. I'm going to challenge myself and pick 2. I'm going to pick disgusting and revolting. So do you want to know how to make a disgusting and do you want to know how to make a disgusting and revolting sandwich sandwich? Do you want to know how to make a disgusting and revolting sandwich? What do I need at the end of the sentence? Excellent. I need a question mark. So I have my question mark. That's my first sentence. Now I need to think what comes next. In my how to make a delicious sandwich, it's these instructions will teach you. So I'm going to have a capital T, capital letter. These finger space instructions finger space what it will cup of tea teach. These instructions will teach you. Now, if I want to challenge myself, I can add more details. So I'm going to add, these instructions will teach you in just 8 easy steps. What do I need at the end of my sentence? Excellent. I need a full stop. Let's read my sentences from the start. So we have how to make a disgusting sandwich. Do you want to know how to make a disgusting and revolting sandwich? These instructions will teach you in just 8 easy steps. Now it's your turn to have a go. Make sure you remember to include your capital letters, your finger spaces, your question mark, and showing your neatest handwriting and writing on the line. Now it's your turn to write your hook. I want you to change your hook and your adjective for your sandwich. Make sure you remember your capital letters, your question mark and your full stop, your finger spaces, and make sure you are doing the best writing you can. Make sure you're writing on the line and make sure we don't have any floating letters. I can't wait to read all your work when I see it on Seesaw. Good luck!